Celtics legend blames LeBron James for Rob Pelinka's failure as $9 million target enters free agency. Time is LA's only enemy at this point. Can the Lakers make one final championship push before time runs out for the King? The Lakers have probably another year with LeBron James on their roster, and he will be desperate to add another title to his kitty before hanging up his NBA duties. The 40-year-old, still a reckoning force, could transform things for the better with Luka Doncic on his side. The only drawback of his returning for year 23 looks to be the financial crunch the Lakers face. There's no doubt the Akron Hammer is still producing at an elite level. However, Paul Pierce believes having him on the roster prevents Rob Pelinka from truly building a championship core. The Celtics legend views the trio of James, Doncic, and Austin Reeves as the Lakers' worst defensive players. With limited resources at hand, he thinks it's impossible to hide them on the open floor. While Reeves and the Don do have a lot to improve, James was among the promising defensive presences for the Lakers. J.J. Redick praised his all-defensive effort throughout the season. But his age does pose a challenge. James can't sprint and expend himself as he did in his prime. Hence, Pierce feels the Lakers need to get out of his shadow. Luka's got to be the only one standing and say, "All right, we're going to build according to Luka's strengths." And what is that? We got to have defenders, athleticism, gotta lob threats. But as long as LeBron is there, I think they kind of held back. And that's not knocking LeBron because he's still productive at his age. He just no longer can play heavy minutes and be the defender you need him to be for them to win a championship, Pierce said on Speak. Business-wise, the Lakers can surely flip LeBron James' contract for another young star. But LA is a place for the biggest stars. There are very few that share the magnitude of James' popularity. Additionally, on the court, his professionalism and work ethic are unmatched. There is no one more experienced and fluid at adapting to change dynamics than LeBron James. Hence, even with his age considered, he is an asset no team would look to auction. Also, Pierce didn't consider that his one decision could actually help the Lakers add a productive talent to their team. LeBron's sacrifice can unlock Lakers' next big move. The Minnesota Timberwolves made headlines after officially heading into the second apron once again. They offered backup center Naz Reid a 5-year, $125 million extension. It helped solidify their depth. However, the Wolves will officially lose out on one of their standout performers from last season. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is set to hit the free agency market. A number of teams are after a player with his attributes. Defensively, he is handsy with great anticipation and can serve as a reliable bench scorer for a contending team. Aside from being a center the LA Lakers are calling for, Alexander-Walker is another prototype who they could benefit from having. But how do they fit into his salary demands? It all ties back to LeBron James. Rob Pelinka does have a few assets and players he can dangle to bring in a renowned center to the mix. But unless the Akron Hammer takes precisely a $1.3 million pay cut, they won't have the option to use their $14.1 million MLE. It's only if he opts out with the intention of accepting less money can the Lakers really make groundbreaking upgrades to their roster. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is one of them, but he's not the only option. Just last season, James was willing to do so for the franchise if they could attract a high-profile player. Now, there's another window. They won't get a superstar, but a difference-maker to consolidate their current core. It's a business decision that could have glorifying implications for the Lakers. Oh, you think LeBron James will help them out?